Hello everyone, hope you're right. In today's video, I'm going to do some gardening jobs. So here I harvested all my tomatoes. They are still green, but it's been raining for all summer and the summer has been really wet this year and bit cooler. So there's no hope for these tomatoes to ripe on the vine. Um, Usually they ripe towards late July, early August, and I do harvest a lot of ripe tomatoes off the vines for all of August, normally every year. But this year, the weather hasn't been good for the warm weather crops. So you can see they are already affected by tomato blight disease, which is basically the tomatoes start rotting on the vine before they get ripened. So I decided to harvest all of these and then I will see if I can cut them and freeze them or try to ripen them indoors. Another job I need to do is to sort out these strawberry runners. We have had a little harvest this year because I planted them as baby plants this year, and these are June bearing, so they are producing a lot of runners and they are taking over the sides of the raised bed. So I need to remove them. I will try to plant some of them in other place in the garden, and I will try to pot some of them to see if I can get some strawberry plants so I can give them to friends or family or sell them. So this is a strawberry runner. If you don't know, strawberry runner is basically a little strawberry plant which is attached to a string that is attached to the mother plant. It's like umbilical cord. So the point where the new plant starts has root nodules which produces roots. When they touch the soil, or you can keep them in the water. Ideally, these baby plants should be attached to the mother plant when you root them, and I have a video with detailed description how to root the strawberry runners. So I will put the link in the description box. Here I'm just going to dig some of the plants which are already rooted because they were touching the soil. So I will plant them elsewhere in the garden, and some of them I will repot. I will show how to repot it. And basically there's lots of strawberry runners which I don't need, so I will have to discard some of them. You can start free strawberry plants with these strawberry runners. So this is a convenient way to grow many strawberry plants from strawberry runners. Basically I bought one strawberry plant many years ago, and every year I get like 40, 50, 60 strawberry runners, and I try to save as many as I can. So here I have got a little pot and I filled it with multi-purpose compost which is nice and loose. I'm going to put my strawberry runner on top of the soil, just pressing it a little bit. You can secure it with a hairpin, but I'm not going to do it. I think it will be alright. When you will water it, the soil will sink a little bit. The compost in this case will sink a little bit, and basically the weather is nice and cold anyway, so I will let them stay outside, and I think it should root. Ideally, you should let them stay attached to the mother plant when you do this. So I have cleared the sides of the raised bed. Here I have got armeria plants, which are basically grass looking foliage with beautiful flowers in the summer, and the other sides of the raised bed as well. I just left this side because that's where I want more strawberry plants to go, and I have moved some of the plants here as well. So this is basically the back side of the raised beds. This is under the shrubs and trees. I can't really plant anything here, so I'm thinking to plant strawberry plants here and the spring flowering bulbs like daffodils and tulips. So before I get the summer vegetables going in the raised bed, these things will be done and I won't have to bother about that space. This is a little bit of harvest today. I was looking at the plants and I found one cucumber and one zucchini. So this year has been quite slow for us. We only get to harvest few cucumbers here and there, and I only harvested 3 or 4 zucchini so far. And I noticed these big caterpillars on these nasturtium leaves. So this is a self-sown nasturtium. I really don't grow nasturtiums anymore because they attract loads and loads of caterpillars, which I don't really like the look of. And here you can see all my geranium Pelargonium plants now are in full bloom. They took all summer to bloom. I started them from cuttings and ornamented them in my house, planted them outside in spring, and they were like slow as snail. So they took a long time to establish, and now they are in full bloom. These hanging baskets are looking really pretty. You can deadhead the blooms, but I really don't bother. I'm liking the overall look of the garden. There is lots of color in the garden. This is the first year in this garden, and I started lots of baby plants and the plants from seeds. So it will take some time for this garden to flourish and full. And here I noticed some of the ripe blackberries. Now I don't really enjoy these blackberry bushes and raspberry bushes anymore. They are in the container, so they don't produce much, and the fruit is not really tasty. So I'm thinking to get rid of these as well and plant something else in their place. Here you can see the primulas are in bloom, which you can think how cold it is because the primulas have started to bloom again. They are like cold weather flowers, and you can see snetty in bloom. So these things give you the indication that the summer is not like hot, it's more like spring weather. Impatiens and coleus have done really well this year. The scarlet bean plant is finally blooming as well. So this is only one plant and it has taken over the whole trellis, and it is blooming really beautifully. This is quite late, but we may get few beans, but I have lots of other bean plants which I started a bit early, and I keep harvesting little of bit of beans from them and chop them and put them in the freezer. This container is looking absolutely beautiful. This is Hardymom's crimson color. I really like this. And camellia there, I will move it from here somewhere else. And you can see geraniums. And this petunia is, I started from seeds. I collected some seeds last year and only one plant survived. And this is just so beautiful. I can't get over it. Coleus and everything is looking great in this container. These are the heather plants which I bought in summer at reduced price, and I planted them in my front yard. They are starting to bloom now. So after clearing the tomato plants, I have got two raised beds where I'm going to sow my spinach and radish seeds. I'm direct seeding them because when I was cutting the strawberry runners, I cut my finger, and now I don't really have the energy to go and sow them properly one by one. So I'm just sprinkling them all over the surface, and I will sprinkle a little bit of compost on top of it and water it. I don't really need to water it because it rains all the time. So this is like the third week of August, and if these seeds germinate, hopefully we will get some harvest before winter. So this is another way to utilize your space. Like if you're done with your summer crops, you can start some autumn crops. Here I noted this nest in my palm tree. For some days I was noticing a lot of bird activity in this palm tree, and finally I found this nest. You can see this pigeon or dove maybe. It's resting in there. And I harvested beans and three strawberries from the ever-bearing strawberry plant and another cucumber. So a little bit of harvest here and there, not really bad for the first year. And taking into account the weather, we have had really crazy hot spring followed by the coolest summer ever. And I harvested few plums from my plum tree which I brought with me in this garden. It's still baby tree. It's produced for the second year now. Last year it just produced few, and this year also only 7-8 plums, but they are absolutely yummy. You can't buy them from the grocery stores. So I hope you enjoyed watching this week's garden vlog. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my gardening videos. Thank you very much for watching today. See you next time. Bye.